of men making their way onto the floor here at Dickies Arena as the 2024 is here in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm Chase Ingram, along with me is Adrian Conway. Mike Arsenault will be on the competition floor joining us later in the event. As Brent Fikowski is now sitting on top of the leaderboard. He has worn the white jersey before, but not with a 45-point lead on second place.
And not on the final day of competition, Chase. He finished second in 2017 overall, fourth in 2021. Him wearing that leader jersey going into a day where we know we're going to see CrossFit in the classic form. Brent's got to be feeling real good.
Second place, James Sprague had a tough day yesterday. He wore the leader jersey for a couple of events, but today is a new day with Roman Karenikov sitting in that third and final qualifying spot. Dickie's triplet. It's not crazy, it's not overly sexy as far as what on paper, but the athletes are making the show here on Dickies Arena.
That's right, and that's because it's classic CrossFit. It's what we love. It's 5 rounds for time, 175 meters on the run. We're going to get back for 12 toes to bar and 8 alternating dumbbell snatches.
Adrian, what are your go-run steps to success?
There's no limiters in sight with those 3 movements, so these athletes have to fight. It's going to come down to grit. And then, of course, a little bit of strategy. Too fast won't last. We saw Henrik Happelainen almost run out of what he had to put out at the end. These athletes have the nail pacing just right.
Your lane assignments in heat number 3. Brent Fikowski will be in lane number 5. But Adrian, you mentioned that 4th place finish. Fikowski has finished 4th at the CrossFit Games. I mean, his career has been riddled with heartbreak. 4th by just 2 points back in 2016. Tied for 3rd and lost a tiebreaker in 2018 and missed the podium just by a handful of points last year in 2023. And here he is on Sunday with a chance to do something he's only dreamed of since he first started in the Open in 2013, currently sitting in 1st overall.
The beautiful thing about this situation for him, Chase, is that he's in control, and he knows it.
And he's consistent. The only place outside the top 10 is 12th in event number 2.
And with other events, potential multiple scores on the board, the professor is the one with the sound mind and the calm spirit that's going to be able to execute when the pressure rises.
And here it is. The pressure rises not for Brent, but the field. From 2nd place down to 8th place, there's only 33 separating these 7 athletes. This is the tightest race we have ever had on the men's side in the history of the CrossFit Games. And we are just getting started here on Sunday morning.
10 seconds. Stand by.
3rd and final heat, Dickie's tripling. Yelahosta getting out early. He wore the leader jersey early on in this event, and he wants it back. Yelahosta currently sitting in 10th overall with 440 points. We don't even know how many events we have left today. We know we have 100 points up for grabs, and every single opportunity that you get counts.
That's right. We talked about it early. Urgency, urgency, urgency. These athletes all have to have it because of that unknown factor the rest of the day. What is looming ahead, we have no idea. But I'll tell you, coming in right now, Yelahosta's handling business is going to be the first one to the rig.
Yelahosta in lane number 10. If you're talking earlier about the rep scheme here, just 12 toes to bar. Speaking of Dave Cashman, he says, this number is in here to force you to do one thing. Hold on.
And that's what it does. It puts pressure there. Again, there's a lot of folks with experience in CrossFit that might say, man, they should be going 15, they should be going 21, but then it would be a no-brainer for these athletes. Well, I'm going to strategize. Well, I'm going to break it up. We want to force the issue. We want to push the intensity, and that's actually practicing our methodology at its finest.
Yelahosta, your early leader. That dumbbell, 100 pounds, seems to be a bit of a challenge for Yelahosta. Now Ricky Garrard is in the lead in this heat, followed by James Sprague. Yelahosta is the fastest runner in the field. Pat Fellner and Brent Fikowski. There's not a lot of separation at all here in the first round.
And Yellow's understanding, he already knows, right, where is my limitation within these 3 movements going to come to the dumbbell. I'm going to need to buy myself a couple of seconds almost each and every round on the field with competitors that's cycling it faster than me, so this is where I've got to lean in and suffer a little bit more.
We saw the same thing for Henrik Happelainen in the second heat. We set the time to beat a 7:25.25. who's out early and out fast as James Sprague is now taking over the lead. James Sprague currently at second overall. Lost the lead of Jersey last night after the final event. And he's hoping to get it back. And you talk about a kid who came in just happy to be here. It's his second games appearance. He was 25th last year to 23 games, and he has an opportunity to win the whole thing.
That's right. James, one of those athletes where his spirit and his presence is felt anytime you walk into a room. He kind of just brings some light with him everywhere he goes. And it's amazing to watch him execute at such a high level and then seize the opportunities that present themselves to him.
Sprague is off the dumbbell first. 2:45 on the pace of Hunter Kapalainen by the second. Fikowski and Velner just behind with Pepper and Hopper.
Pepper's one of those athletes you got to watch in an event just like this, Chase. He has some tremendous self-awareness, as we talked about, a 3-time team champ, finished 5th. He was the fittest American male last year. He has a unique way to cycle toes to bar. He stays very rigid in his cycle rate. His toes don't actually go that far behind his midline, which shortens the cycle rate. And he stays very firm in his upper body. And this is something where, hey, when you're doing 60 reps of something that you know and identify as a strength of yours, you can kind of casually pace and hope that it helps you close the gap on competitors.
And again, similar to this last year, the 23 games with Helena, which is 3 rounds of a 4-meter run. Bar muscle-ups in lighter dumbbell snatches for 21 reps. And Pat Velner actually got 4th in that event. So watch out for Pat Velner on the right side of your screen as we're working in the 3rd round, 12 toes to bar. James Sprague in the center lane, just to the right of Brett Fikowski in red. Sprague to the dumbbell first, following Jason Hopper on the left. Fikowski, Pepper, Velner, all in that 3rd place position. Time check, 4:17, set by Hunter Kapalainen. Time to beat, 7:25:25, as we are past the 4-minute mark. James Sprague advances forward, still in the lead. 5 seconds ahead of Kapalainen's pace. Jason Hopper's moved into 2nd. Velner in 3rd, followed by Pepper. Brett Fikowski just behind him.
And this is where Pepper and Velner have to have the understanding that Sprague is going to get in and do his thing. But where are they going to finish on the rig? How can they dictate this pace of the run? Because Hopper's going to run in right after Sprague, and he's going to go right to that rig and be one of the first athletes getting to work on the toes to bar, which is going to lend itself as an advantage when we talk about these sequential rounds as they accumulate.
4th round of 5. The lie detector. You started fast, but can you hang on? We'll see if you really want it. James Sprague to the rig. Jason Hopper 1 second behind him. Brett Fikowski, Pepper, Velner.
Hopper looking over his shoulder just to be sure. Who's on the rig? Where are they at? What's the count? That's that awareness that Jason Hopper loves to bring to the field of competition. He doesn't want to just get the best time possible. He wants to go head-to-head and shoulder-to-shoulder with his peers.
James Sprague's family on the left side of your screen, on the edge of your seat, trying to cheer him on as him and Hopper get the dumbbell at the same time. Here comes Brett Fikowski as well. 8 dumbbell snatches at 100 pounds. 1 round left to go. The time check, 5:48 by Kapalainen. Time to beat at the bottom left corner of your screen is 7:25. Sprague, Hopper at the same time. Last round. James Sprague, Jason Hopper leading the field here. Here comes Brett Fikowski just behind him, followed by Velner and Pepper.
And as it stands, Chase, it's advantage Hopper all day, even as he makes a move here. Again, he's got that advantage with the way that they exit and enter the stadium. Sprague's got to know.
Hopper had a disastrous finish last year, getting cut outside 30th place after finishing 7th the year before. Hopper, the gamer, the former D1 football player from Clemson, is used to the big stage, and we got a little shoulder bumping between him and James Sprague. Hopper's got a 2nd lead on Sprague. The time to beat, 7:25. Can Hopper get to the dumbbell first? 5 reps to go. Jason Hopper sitting at 5th overall to the dumbbell first. 1 rep on Sprague. Sprague trying to hold on. Now trying to hold off Brett Fikowski. That time to beat's not going to stand. Can Jason Hopper? He won Firestorm and add Dickey's triplet to that. Jason Hopper takes the event. James Sprague in second, and Brett Fikowski should hold on to third. And a photo finishing Fellner and Pepper, and it looks like Fellner got him. The dive across the finish line paid off. As Jess Medeiros, sitting in 9th overall, gets inside just at the 7:34 mark. Yale hosts are trying to hold on. And we said before, Adrian, in an event like this, with classic CrossFit and reps that everybody can do at a weight everybody can manage, you gotta have all your boxes checked.
You gotta have all of them checked, and Hosta ran into a sticking point there with that 100-pound dumbbell. Strength is something that we certainly know he's been working on.
Ricky Berard gets in just ahead of Yale Hosta. Roman Krenikov, his final rep. Krenikov was sitting in 3rd place with 535 points. Dallin Pepper was 4th, 6 points behind. Pepper, the fittest man in America, in the U.S., is trying to make a podium spot and a podium run, and he might see himself in the top 3 after this event.
It's gonna be an exciting rest of the day, Chase, and we see what waits. But in this particular heat, it was exciting the entire time. From start to absolute finish, it was James Sprague who came out absolutely blistering. Again, we talked about too fast won't last, and I'm gonna tell you, Jason Hopper, this is a year of redemption for him. He's focused, he's fit, he's healthy, and he nailed the game plan here. We see the boys go shoulder to shoulder. A little bump, all in competitive nature. Hopper went unbroken the entire test, increased his run pace, and put on a clinic. What a way to start the final day of the 2024 CrossFit Games for Jason Hopper.
Jason Hopper takes the event win at 7:04, but Sprague did exactly what he needed to do to keep himself in contention, getting a couple points on your overall leader, Brent Fikowski, but Hopper was only 9 points out of a podium spot. And Jason Hopper is down with Mike Arsenault.